It's time for RSM, the Ram Sports Magazine Show on Northern Colorado 5.
Hey there, Rams fans, and welcome to the first episode of Ram Sports Magazine. My name's Spencer Tillis, and I'll be your host this season. Well, school's back in session, and that means the sports have gotten underway as well. Our first stop will take us to the gridiron to catch up with the Rams football team. CSU finished 3-9 for the third consecutive year, prompting a change in the head coaching position. Enter head coach Jim McElway. Coach Mack comes from being the assistant coach at Alabama, where he helped lead the Crimson Tide to 2 national championships. He brings a new culture to the Rams, one of accountability and excitement. Star running back Chris Woke has already earned national attention this year after he had a breakout sophomore season, rushing for over 1,300 yards. Named the Thumb McGraw Team MVP last year, he has already been selected to the preseason All-Mountain West team and feels under the leadership of head coach Mack, this year's team won't be like years past.
We've been doing a lot. Coach Mack is, emphasizing to do something you have never done, do stuff you've never done, meaning playing hard on the practice field, winning every rep, winning every practice, making sure you have no regrets. And obviously we have that in our heads each and every practice, and we're trying to put it all on line of practice. So come game time, it'll be easy. I know it's practice, it's time for you to, mold your craft, and everybody's doing that, making sure to never take a play off, making sure to go 110%. So when we get into that game time, we're going full speed when one guy can be taking a play off on the other team, and that's how we make those stands.
Starting quarterback Garrett Grayson also has noticed the change that Coach Mack has brought.
A lot of people have asked me that, and every time I say, he just instills confidence in me that I've never felt from any coach that I've ever had. He's made me feel more confident than I've ever felt in my life. And when you have that, you really throw the ball. You're comfortable with all your reads. You zip it in there when it needs to be. You put some air on it whenever it needs to be, but you're comfortable with everything you do. You don't second guess it. He's always trying to bring you up, and that's what I've noticed since day one with him.
There's a definite culture change around the whole program, not just the football team. You can feel it upstairs in the offices. You can feel it with the training people, strength staff. There's just optimism everywhere. We've all had the confidence instilled inside of us from Coach Mack and his staff. There's just so much positive going around, and it's really cool to see.
Coach Mack preached to not forget the history of the Rams, but yet to be able to still write their own future.
I think one of the things as you will look is some of the ideas behind some of those things is reaching into our past to accept our future. And I think those of you who were here, for example, when Greg Myers came and spoke to our team, and we're doing that with some other players as well in the future here when we can get our schedules all right. But, I think reaching into who you are and what you were to become what you're going to be is very, very important. And, there is history and tradition here. And I think some of that has been lost over time. And I think our guys are starting to get that back. But, with that, I'll say, these first couple days of practice, I've been very happy and very optimistic about what they have done together as a team over the summer. And I think some of that has actually come out onto the field and shown, they understand how to finish a little bit better. It's not great yet, but they're getting the idea of how to do it, and more importantly, why it's important to do it. And the attention to all the details of the individual drills has been something that it's funny. I mean, you get comments from all different kind of people within your organization. And, I had our video guy that has been here a long time and just kind of said, Mac, that actually looked like a real practice. And so, although I am never satisfied, and the day I become satisfied, ship me out of here, okay? But because I always want to strive to get better. I always want to strive. There's always something we can work on. There's always a detail within the organization in anything we do, whether it's in the academics, whether it's in the training room, whether it's in our equipment room, it doesn't matter. Anything within the organization that we can do to get better. And practice is a big part of that. I think we're headed in the right direction.
This year's home football games are set to kick off at 5 p.m., but Coach Mack feels that this is even better for the fans.
I kind of looked at the 5 o'clock start more so for the fans, that, if they have sons or daughters playing soccer or whatever, that they can't get to a game, now they can go play golf, or, this is a great place to live, right? So give them an opportunity to enjoy the day and still give them an opportunity to get to a ball game. Same time as the guys, that are coming up, people who are coming up from Denver, a 7:30 start, shoot, I'm not home till, 2 in the morning or whatever. Does that make sense? So it gives an opportunity on both ends, I think, for our fans that can come out and watch us play. So that's really where that maybe stems at, more than, the actual time and temperature of a game.
One reason for the excitement surrounding the Rams this offseason is sophomore quarterback Garrett Grayson. We caught up with him to ask him a few questions about this season.
I've been, I feel like from spring to now, my reads have gotten a lot faster. I'm not holding on to that first progression as long. I'm getting from 1 to 2 to 3 a lot smoother. And, everybody else, we're kind of beat up, so everybody else is, kind of dragging along right now. You can tell everybody's tired, but I think we're moving along as Coach wanted, and doing the little things right is all he asked, and I think we're doing it. I would like to say I'm more of a throwing quarterback that can run. I don't want to be the guy that just takes off whenever he can, that first opportunity. I want to be a guy that, hangs back as long as he can, and if need be, run, then I'm doing that. But I want the receivers to get the ball and do their job and help the team win. Well, I think we kind of established last year that we were more of a running team, and I've accepted that, whatever we got to do to win, I'm all for it. So I think last year, the last few couple games, we, Woke really couldn't play. The O-line did a hell of a job. And so I think we kind of established ourselves at ground and pound, but I do think we'll be taking some shots this year and spreading it out and getting that, and that'll help Woke out. We get those DBs and safeties back, that's going to open it up for him even more. Confidence is really the thing that I took from, Now I don't have to go into this first game with all the jitters of my first start ever, and, go into having 75, 80,000 people there. And so I'm going into this game confident, ready to play, knowing what it's like to play against Division I athletes. So having that in my belt really has helped me.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere, because on the other end, we're going to give you the lowdown on the injury report for the Rams going into the big Rocky Mountain Showdown.
You're watching the Ram Sports Magazine Show on Northern Colorado 5.